Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. The Mirror. You should know, dear seeker of realization, that the science of the mirror is a wondrous science, and its secret is a unique secret. However, given that we are speaking of the lam of gnosis through the prism of the ha of identity, we shall only reveal the basic precepts of gnosis that the station permits, so that the reader is not distracted and drawn to what lies behind the unseen realm and the wonders of creation, thereby forgetting the Creator. That is why we only speak about the introductory levels of this science, so that hearts may find comfort and minds may absorb it. The Lam al-Ma'rifah contains the mirror of your Shaykh, wherein you may see the true reality of yourself. For how far apart are the one who sees himself in his Shaykh and the one whose Shaykh sees himself in him? At this level of the presence, you learn to be a reflection of your Shaykh when you become absent from yourself. Then you become a firebrand drawn from the reality of the Shaykh, walking among people, and it is in the measure of your realization of the qualities of your Shaykh that you attain sure footing in the Lam of Gnosis. But beware of thinking that you are the Shaykh or his peer. Beware of your soul suggesting such a thing. Many feet have slipped at this station, especially at the Lam of Gnosis. Those who became obsessed with their lower selves incurred this affliction only because they did not regard their souls with contempt and did not revere their Shaykh. If only this reverence were to take hold of the heart of the disciple, he would not dare to think of himself as being worthy of assuming the station of his Shaykh. Rather, he would find pleasure in the station of poverty, and make it his heart's homestead. Anyone who thinks that he is worthy of the reflection descends from the most beautiful stature to the lowest of the low. In so doing, he descends from the Adamic station and vicegerency to the demonic station. According to an authentic hadith, the Prophet's wife, Safiya bint Huyay, may God be pleased with her, said, "One night I went to visit the Messenger of God ﷺ while he was in spiritual retreat. I conversed with him for a while, then got up to leave. He got up to give me a kiss, and just then 2 men of the Ansar, the helpers, passed by. When they saw the Prophet ﷺ, they quickened their pace. He said to them, 'No need to hurry. It is only Safiya bint Huyay.' They said, 'Glory be to God, O Messenger of God.' He said, 'Satan flows through man like blood in his veins. I feared that he would cast some wickedness into your hearts, or that he would say something.' Sahih Bukhari. The devil flowed through Adam's veins, and so when the angels prostrated to him as the devil flowed inside him, the devil thought that he himself was the one to whom they were prostrating, and that he was not required to fall prostrate alongside them. He held himself in reverence because of his worship and proximity and thought that he was the important one. However, the divine will decreed that he be in the position of lowly servitude, while Adam was raised high. And thus Adam became a murid, a disciple, while Iblis became a marid, a rebel. Be extremely cautious of this sort of thing. Be cautious again and again, and imbibe this station slowly. Be astute and mindful, and know that the measure of your realization through your Shaykh at the Lam of Gnosis will be the extent to which you adorn yourself in his noble state. If you ask how this realization is to be achieved, then the hadith of the wali is your guide. For when your hearing becomes the hearing of the Shaykh, and your seeing becomes the seeing of the Shaykh, and your hand becomes the hand of the Shaykh, and your foot becomes the foot of the Shaykh, it is then that you will achieve realization of the Lamb of Gnosis. The more you assume his traits, the greater your realization will become, and the firmer the signs will be fixed within you. God Exalted says in Surah An-Nisa, "Whatever good befalls thee, it is from God, and whatever evil befalls thee, it is from thyself." Ayah 79. The proper etiquette of the disciple at this station is to behold every negligence, appetite, and shortcoming as issuing from himself, and ascribed to himself, and to behold every virtue, pious act, and wakeful moment as a reflection from the mirror of his Shaykh. With this, the disciple refers the blessing to its rightful owner. He must maintain this until he passes away in his Shaykh completely, and sees in himself none other than his Shaykh. Thereupon, he ascribes everything to the presence, and no trace of him remains. It is then that the verse "Qul kullun min indillah," say all is from God, truly applies to him. Surah An-Nisa, verse 78. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد.